Okay, let's take it a step further. So John Mobley, let's say you're representing Captain Curtis Reeves in this case, and you're talking to him about the strategy. Would you want to distance him from his past career in law enforcement and make him just appear like an elderly man who was trying to enjoy the movie in front of this jury? Or would you embrace his past career and try to help the jury understand, where he might have been coming from because of his past time and experience in law enforcement?
Well, I actually kind of believe that it's a negative, the fact that he has law enforcement training. If he spent a career in law enforcement, he understands how to assess threats and risks. He understands how to de-escalate. And the fact that he's officially retired and no longer working in law enforcement and he's at the movies as a private citizen doesn't mean all that training goes away and just doesn't count. So, I believe, if anything, I would agree with you that I want to stay away from his police background. I want him to be as sympathetic as possible. He needs to be perceived and portrayed, rather, as a feeble and frail old man who was in a public place, who was trying to protect himself and protect his wife, and using the handgun was the only legitimate means he had to do so.
John Mobley, tell me, would you want citizens on this jury who are comfortable gun carriers?
Definitely. I think that is somebody you definitely want on the jury. You want people with concealed weapon permits. You want, Second Amendment advocates. I would even say you want security guards who, people who couldn't pass the police exam and like to think they're law enforcement and they think they're cops, because I think people like that are more sympathetic to using a firearm in a situation like that. So I agree, 100%. That's who you want on your jury. I still think, it's best to distance the defendant's career as law enforcement. I don't think you want to try to use the heightened PTSD type argument that he's on a heightened type of sense of awareness, because at the end of the day, if that's the case, he shouldn't be carrying a gun, So I think you want to stay away from that and try to portray him as this feeble old man who was there with his old wife, and the best he could do was, withdraw his firearm to defend himself against a younger, stronger opponent, because he couldn't allow him to get the drop on him. And that's why you carry a handgun, and that's why you get a permit to do so.